As you guys know, we are your trusty review queens. We each bring in a review from the internet that we feel needs to be inspected. We will read that review, we will break it down, and then we will rate the impact of the review on a scale from 1 to 5 crowns. It's a very regal process that we call
Assess that kvetch.
But Chelsey, for all of the listeners who don't know the dying language of Yiddish, what does that word mean?
First of all, let's keep Yiddish alive, okay? It's a wonderful language that I love.
It only lives through the generations.
It only lives. And there's just some things, it just sounds better in Yiddish, like kvetch, which is a way better way of saying complain because, like, it just sounds better, you know? Like, oy, stop kvetching so much.
Gesundheit.
I didn't sneeze.
I know. My father-in-law always says, "Gesei gesund." Yiddish. All
right. Who's first today?
You will be first. Last week we did the 1 and the 5, and the week before that I went first. So you will be first today.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
So with that, take it away, you review queen.
Oh, thank you, Trey.
Review that review.
All right. I have a review today from Ashley B. And Ashley B is reviewing on Amazon what I believe to be like a fake SquatNPotty, like, you know, not the trademarked SquatNPotty, but a variety of the SquatNPotty. This is Ashley B's review.
What is a SquatNPotty? I'm curious for your explanation.
For those of you listening who don't watch Shark Tank regularly, or indulge in bathroom accoutrement, if you will, the SquatNPotty is a step stool that tucks into the toilet. And if you're having problems going to the bathroom, as some of us are prone to have, no judgment, you can just let this little step stool out in front of your feet, and you can get your body into a proper squat, just like the cavemen, and your experience will be much easier and less strained. So it really took off on Shark Tank, and it's doing phenomenally well. And I hear that generally speaking, people are very pleased, but maybe it's a bit pricey. And I think this was a bit of a cheaper option, but sometimes, as they say, you get what you pay for. So let's see what Ashley B has to say about this faux SquatNPotty. Okay, she said, change the product since summer. Now it's crap. That's the title. Very witty, Ashley B. Okay. If I had been leaving this review in June of this year, I would have easily given it 5 stars. In fact, we loved it so much, my husband and I ordered a new one as soon as we could for our downstairs bathroom. Unfortunately, due to finances, we didn't get the second one until today. I was excited and put it together immediately, but I could already tell it was different. The screws don't sit flush on the new one, so putting the caps over them make it look silly. They also put a new logo on it that looks way less sleek and way more infomercial-esque. They're still advertising in the pictures the pretty sleek version from before. I would not have ordered this version if I would have known how bad it looks. Super disappointed. I added pictures to show the differences between the two.
Wow. Ashley B is not happy with this crappy product.
Ashley B is really pissed that her squatty faux potty is not flush.
Ashley B wants to take this product down into the sewers and the gutters where it belongs.
Just flush that product right down the proverbial drain, Ashley B.
She's so mad. She's gonna have a diaper rash. I don't know.
Don't get an hemorrhoid. I don't know what else to
Högevalt.
All right. Ashley B. Ashley B has photographic evidence. Let's just say that first and foremost. I know that, obviously you guys can't see what I see. But basically what I'm seeing in this photo is that the screw is not flush. It's not in the proper spot. So what we have is a little bit of a raising of a lip on top, and we don't have a solid place to put our feet. Now, it doesn't really look like something that would impede my experience of this item. If anything, I'd say like a little bit of an eyesore. I'd rather things be flush as well. But I don't know, like it seems like it would still serve a purpose to me.
Do you think that is Ashley B's fault with which the construction of them screwing it together? Or do you think it's actually the manufacturer, like it's not lining up? Because the IKEA, you make it yourself, but sometimes some people make it better than other people.
I think there's a high possibility that, whoever was making the area for the screw to go in the factory did in fact, maybe they sneezed or something before they, executed the hole. I think it happens, right? Where things aren't lined up correctly. So I don't know that it's necessarily Ashley B's construction that sent it off, especially considering this was the second go round, rather. Like we've done this before.
Good point.
I
the bulk of this review is so reminiscent of your complaint that you lodged a couple of weeks ago about the false advertising and the packaging, which happened to you with the Rite Aid thing. That is very maddening. Like if the product gets tweaked, but there's not enough marketing budget to reshoot the new images, then I do believe that's false advertising, and I would be mad about that too.
Yeah, I think I would be pretty mad. I mean, I think, we all buy a lot of products on Amazon, I guess, and sometimes you find a winner. And when you find a winner, and you want to order another one, or you want to get a gift for a friend because you're like, this is a real winner, I'm going to order a second one. I think it would be upsetting if the consistency wasn't there. So
agreed. When was this a review, by the way?
This is recent. A lot of people did invest in Squatty Potties over the pandemic because we were spending a lot more time at home. So this was written in October 14th of 2020.
Because see, that was going to be my question. If it's recent, I wonder if there was an issue with manufacturing because of the global pandemic that was occurring.
Could be. Yeah. And maybe a lot of people really were ordering this product more than usual. And so they really had to churn them out, so to speak. Yeah, could be. I mean, we're not going to stop with the bathroom puns, right?
I do come across reviews like this often, specifically on Amazon, where something happens as production continues. So I really think that this is a very valuable review because Ashley B, this is a returning customer and is pointing out that it is not consistent, the product you're receiving. Because my back and forth of that is sort of like, well, if you don't want to spend the money, or if you don't have the financial means, which Ashley communicated, then like you have to get a product that you have to assemble, because the actual Squatty Potty is not requiring
no assembly required.
So I actually think this is really valuable that Ashley has put this information in front of my face before I click add to cart.
I agree. I also really agree, and that I like that she disclosed to us that due to finances, she couldn't get a second one until today. I feel like that really emphasizes her excitement, which she said she was so excited to get this second product. It was like, I was saving up for it. I loved the first one. Like, I imagine her and her bathroom, her and her husband, like using the same bathroom, and then just like waiting for the moment that they're going to have both bathrooms with this Squatty Potty in it.
I thought of that too, because Ashley B says that they assembled it as soon as they could, which went back to my original point about whose fault was it that it didn't line up? But there is something that makes me feel like Ashley B is being very truthful, and the fact that they disclose, we wanted to get it as soon as possible, but we couldn't because of finances. Like I feel like Ashley's being very transparent. They're not trying to be bougie. They're not trying to like lie upwards. They're saying, this is my circumstance and this is like what I got, and that's incorrect and bad. So therefore, if I had written this in June, it would have been great. This is what's happening now, and you should know, buyer beware. So I appreciate that, and I really receive it as truthful.
I agree. I also wanted to point out the whole logo thing. Like, I'm a big stickler for that. If your logo is going to be on my product, it better be like small and sleek and just blend in with the design in a way that's not offensive. I wouldn't want any product in my home that had, as Ashley B points out, an infomercial-esque logo on it. Like, I'm not a salesman for you. I'm just trying to use your product. And so I would much rather somebody came to my house and used this product and it had a cute little logo, like it sounds like the first one did. And they were like, oh, where'd you get that? Let me disclose that information. To just put a huge logo on it when it's essentially a furniture item in your home that's going to live in your bathroom, I think that's also something I wouldn't want either.
I do think that I thought there would be more humor in the review based on the subject of this is crap.
Yes.
So I did feel a little let down in the humor entertainment area, although I was intrigued and I wasn't bored.
Agree. I had high hopes for the bathroom puns from the title. I don't think we got as many as them, but I really think of them as I thought we were going to get. But I did think that, Ashley wanted to get down to brass tacks and just let us know.
And like you and I did it, but it's sort of like stupid and like obvious to just like write a bunch of bathroom puns,
Right.
Like it kind of makes me appreciate the review more, that they're just not going for the low-hanging fruit.
I agree. But like, I think that in just being truthful to what it takes to be a true queen, we do have to point out, like, I wasn't cackling. No, I wouldn't like necessarily be like, oh guys, let me read you this review around the campfire so that like we can have a good chuckle.
I'm really finding myself on Ashley B's side here. Tell me, does it look like Ashley B hit spell check before they submitted?
Ashley B definitely hit spell check. She's, in my guess, at least college educated. She used quotes properly, punctuation, all great, commas, periods, just appropriate to, difference between the two, TWO. So I do think Ashley clicked spell check, maybe even has Grammarly installed.
All right. So what do you think is there an impact here for you? Is it a deal breaker? I think it's kind of a deal breaker for me.
I think it's sort of a deal breaker. I wouldn't want a subpar product, and I would trust somebody that's ordered it twice to be able to say that things aren't the same. I think at very least I might do a little bit more research, maybe reach out to the seller and say, I've heard this product is good. I probably wouldn't do that. That's not true. I would just click on to the next one. Let's be honest.
That's what I would do too. Yeah. All right. I think I'm ready to crown this.
Me too. Let's do it.
So in order to be fair and not influenced by one another, Chelsey and I each have our own set of 1 to 5 crown cards. So we will simultaneously reveal our rating.
The queens are tabulating.
All right, are you ready to show?
Okay, I am ready.
I have a feeling how this is going to go.
Okay, well, let's see.
Total score
4-4. That's what I thought. Unanimous.
We did. Unanimous 4 crowns. Trey, why did you give Ashley B 4 crowns?
Honestly, because humor wise is a little low, but they started with a joke in the title. So for that, love it. To the point, they were humbling rather than self-aggrandizing, which I appreciated. Got straight to the point. I don't have to maybe you don't have to click, see more. It's just to the point. There's images, there's evidence of the product, previous buyer. Therefore, I think I would probably not purchase this. I would scroll to see like other competitors, and I would definitely be looking through other reviews to see if other people have had this experience. So that's why I gave Ashley B 4 crowns for this fake squatty potty.
Yeah, I'm with you. Ditto to everything that you just said. And also, I believe that Ashley was a real person that had this experience. And that's important to me when I'm reading a review, that I feel like there's a real human being on the other side of this, not some like angry person on the internet, or like someone that's a bot, or someone that's, whatever, insider baseball. This sounded like this was a real person. So Ashley B, good job. 4 crowns.
Woo!
Wow.
All
Okay.
right. That was fun. Let's take a quick little break. And then when we come back, we can play with Meryl before we jump into my review of the week.
Woo! Be right back.
BRBZ.
Hold your crown. We'll be right back.